Exodus chapter 29. Now this is the thing that you shall do to them, to consecrate them, to minister as priests to me. Take 1 young bull and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil. You shall make them of wheat flour. You shall put them into 1 basket, and bring in the basket with the bull. You shall put them in 1 basket. You shall put them into 1 basket, and bring them in the basket with the bull and the 2 rams. Then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the door of the tent of meeting, and wash them with water. You shall take the garments, and clothe Aaron with the tunic, and the robe of the ephod, and the ephod and the breastplate, and gird him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And you shall put the turban on his head, and put the holy crown on the turban. Then you shall take the anointing oil, and pour it on his head, and anoint him. You shall bring his sons, and put tunics on them. You shall gird them with sashes, Aaron and his sons, and put the headbands on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. Thus you shall consecrate Aaron and his sons. Then you shall bring a bull before the tent of meeting, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands on the head of the bull. You shall kill the bull before the Lord by the door of the tent of meeting. You shall take of the blood of the bull, and put it on the horns of the altar with your finger, and pour all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. You shall take all the fat that covers the entrails, and the lobe that is above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and burn them on the altar. But the flesh of the bull, its skin and its dung, you shall burn with fire outside the camp. It is a sin offering. You shall also take 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands on the head of the ram. You shall slay the ram, and you shall take its blood and sprinkle it around on the altar. Then you shall cut the ram in pieces, and wash its entrails and its legs, and put them with its pieces and its head. You shall burn the whole ram on the altar. It is a burnt offering to the Lord. It is a soothing aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. Then you shall take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands on the head of the ram. You shall kill the ram, and take some of its blood, and put it on the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and on the tip of the right ear of his sons, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood around on the altar. You shall take some of the blood that is on the altar, and some of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it on Aaron and his garments, and on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him. So he and his garments shall be consecrated, along with his sons and his sons' garments with him. Also you shall take the fat and the rump of the ram, and the fat that covers the entrails, and the lobe above the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration, and 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And you shall put all of these in the hands of Aaron and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. Then you shall take them from their hands, and burn them on the altar for a burnt offering, for a soothing aroma before the Lord. It is an offering made by fire to the Lord. You shall take the breast of Aaron's ram of consecration, and wave it as a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be your portion. You shall consecrate the breast of the wave offering that is waved, and the thigh of the priest's portion that is contributed from the ram of the consecration, from that which was for Aaron, and from that which was for his sons. It shall be for Aaron and his sons by a statute forever, for it is a contribution. It shall be a contribution from the children of Israel from their peace offerings, their contributions to the Lord. The holy garments belonging to Aaron are to belong to his sons after him, so that they may be anointed in them and be consecrated in them. The son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he comes into the tent of meeting to minister in the holy place. You shall take the ram of the consecration, and boil its flesh in a holy place. Aaron and his sons shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket, by the door of the tent of meeting. They shall eat those things by which the atonement was made, in order to consecrate and sanctify them, but no one else shall eat them, because they are holy. If any of the flesh from the consecrations, or from the bread remain until the morning, then you shall burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. Thus shall you do to Aaron and his sons according to all that I have commanded you. You shall consecrate them for 7 days. Every day you must offer a bull as a sin offering for atonement, and you must cleanse the altar when you make atonement for it. You must anoint it to consecrate it. For 7 days you must make atonement for the altar and consecrate it, and then the altar will be most holy, and whatever touches the altar will be holy. Now this is what you are to offer on the altar: 2 one-year-old lambs every day continually. The one lamb you must offer in the morning, and the other lamb you must offer at sundown. And with the first lamb will be 1/10 of an ephah of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil, and the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. The other lamb you must offer at sundown, and must offer with it the same grain offering and the same drink offering as in the morning, for a soothing aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. This will be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tent of meeting before the Lord, where I will meet with you to speak to you there. I will meet there with the children of Israel, and it will be consecrated by my glory. I will sanctify the tent of meeting and the altar. I will also sanctify both Aaron and his sons to minister as priests to me. I will dwell among the children of Israel and will be their God. Then they will know that I am the Lord their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, so that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God.